Good afternoon, guys. My name is Jason Dunn, and this is my presentation on ethics. So, the assignment was to find a situation where you have seen an ethical or unethical decision that has been made over the last 6 months, and I actually have one that doesn't directly affect me, but affects somebody that is close to me. My girlfriend's brother, who lives in Virginia, works at Chipotle. And obviously, with all of the COVID-19 stuff going on right now, states have put out laws and restrictions on what restaurants and what other places of businesses can do, how they operate, and if they're actually closed or not closed, and basically when they can open up again. Well, usually, especially here in North Carolina, you have basically people who are in restaurants are the staff is very limited. You only have a few people working at a time. Usually, you can't even go in to the restaurants at this point. You have to like wait outside or do drive-through or delivery or curbside pickup, whatever it is that goes into that. Well, the reason I want to talk about this, and not to give too many details or give names or descriptions or anything, but my girlfriend's brother works at Chipotle, and as of right now, the only thing that they're doing is not letting people eat inside. So their manager has still has a full staff working right beside each other, not socially distancing or anything like that. They're still letting people come in through the line, like line outside the door. The only thing that they're doing is not letting people eat inside. Now, my girlfriend's brother has made his, has brought his concerns to the manager saying, hey, can we at least do something to make it where, we're not completely exposed? Like, they don't even offer him a face mask or anything like that. They're not making any of that stuff available to him. They continually tell him, no, we're fine. They're not making customers wait outside. They're not doing any of that. And so, in response to that, my girlfriend's brother feels very, very exposed, very unsafe, and basically feels like that he, as a full-time employee, is not cared about, is not being looked after, and is not valued at all. And keep in mind, this is after multiple attempts of him going to his manager and saying, hey, like, can we at least do something? Give me a face mask. Maybe, like, I don't know, not have a full staff in here. So maybe it's only just a few of us. So we're not, like, all up on each other, coming in close contact with us and the customers. And, of course they clean every day and stuff like that. But you're supposed to do stuff like that at a restaurant anyways. So finally, what his manager said he could do is take a personal leave of absence. And that works good for a while, but eventually that can only last for so long. They're not going to let you take a personal leave of absence until this pandemic ends because, one, we don't know how long it's going to last, and two, they're only going to pay you up to a certain extent. They might not pay you a full check like you would usually make, and he can't just sit around and not make a full paycheck because he's a young guy just like us, mid-20s, who needs to make a paycheck and pay his bills. So the fact that what this shows is that his employer, his boss, is truly not thinking about how this situation affects their employees. They're not seeing it from their side of view, and according to our book, that's one of the biggest things that you have to look at is you have to try to understand the angle from the other person. You have to understand why they feel the way they do and why they believe that this is such a problem. The employee is being the manager is being extremely tone deaf and only sees the bottom line as the only thing that's important. And one thing it is important to keep in mind is that these Chipotles, this one in particular, is independently owned and operated. Yes, it's part of a chain. However, the when they're open, what kind of policies they put in place, all of that is strictly on this particular owner. So it's not like he's answering to a higher up or or just has things coming down the chain. No, he is the end all be all when it comes to decisions like this. He can say, hey, we're only going to put 3 or 4 people at work today. We're going to reduce our hours. We're going to make sure make customers wait outside, order online, all that. No, he's allowing all these customers 10, 20, 30 at a time to stand in line, have everybody working right beside each other, not socially distancing, not even offering them face masks, anything like that. And he's just saying, yeah, we're just going to come to work like usual. And the only, solution he could give to my girlfriend's brother is that, yeah, you can take a personal leave of absence for however long you want. But, then again, how is that even realistic? Because we don't know how long this pandemic is going to last. And, well, I mean, he has to go back to work sometime. And when he goes back, it's still going to be the same situation. Nothing's going to have changed. So when you look at it, that is very ethically and morally wrong, especially in times like these where you have to be super sensitive to your employees' health and safety along with your own. And it just makes no sense to me at all how you could be that just like tone deaf and heartless when it comes to your employees and your business. You're at a restaurant like Chipotle. You're gonna make money. So, but this could also potentially damage your reputation after this all finishes. So you might lose, your employee turnover rate might be high, because I'm pretty sure my girlfriend's brother is actively looking for another job that actually values his safety and is working with him and being smart and proactive about this pandemic. So basically, when you're looking for an ethics situation, I felt like that really hit it right on the head. How this woman, I have no idea who the boss is, but they are not looking or taking care of their employees. They're not looking at it from the employee's point of view or perspective, and they only see the bottom line as the biggest issue. And they're being incredibly tone deaf and very dangerous as well. So I think things like people really need to take into consideration a situation like this, especially if you're a supervisor or business owner, and make sure you're taking care of your employees and making sure they're safe. But yeah, I just wanted to share that as an ethical situation that's happened in the last 6 months that is very close to me. Hopefully my girlfriend's brother gets, out of this situation, or he gets into a better situation, or they do something about it. But that's all I have for right now. Thank you guys again. My name is Jason Dunn, and this has been my presentation on ethics.